Hello again. So good to be with you today. My name is Jenna. Welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. If it's not, so glad you're back. Thanks for coming. Today I'm going to share all about our kindergarten curriculum for homeschool this year. So I cannot believe I have a kindergartner. It feels like I'm actually doing this homeschool thing. I feel like I cheated a little bit with the older girls. I have 3 older girls, 8th, 7th, and 4th. You can find their curriculum videos in my channel as well, and I'll link them in the description. But I feel like I cheated with them because they were already in school, had experiences of school, and then I took them out of school and we started homeschooling. So I feel like with them, they had already learned how to read and they had some habits instilled in them from being in the school environment that I got to benefit from in terms of understanding workload. And I don't know, there's just something about them being in school. I feel like I got the benefit of them already understanding school. I think it's just ingrained in me that I got to cheat a little bit, like they already understood school. Not that you have to understand school. Homeschooling, I'm really learning and coming to appreciate and love, is just an extension of my parenting in a lot of ways. Me teaching my kindergartner how to read is just another extension of me teaching her how to walk, or teaching her how to talk, and teaching her about colors and numbers. And it's just an extension in a lot of ways of parenting and just raising up children. So really for kindergarten, I focus on the 3 R's, and that's reading, writing, and arithmetic. So that's been really cool to have like an anchor whenever I get overwhelmed by, oh my gosh, there's a really cute new curriculum out that's for science or for geography or for history. For kindergarten, I'm like, no, it's okay, Jenna. Just focus on the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. And so it's been a really good, again, just anchor of, okay, this is what we're doing. This is what you're called to do. This is your mission. We're going to focus on the 3 R's, obviously focus on prayer and our family foundational faith life. But for the most part, we're focusing on our 3 R's in kindergarten, and it's been really beautiful to see her blossom. I do have to say, my 5-year-old, she'll be 6 in November. She is incredible. I don't know another word for it. She catches on to things really quickly. I don't know if she's the norm for kinder, but again, I've never done it before. It's my first time. So I'll be curious to see how it goes with my son, who is currently 3. So in a couple of years, we'll start doing some more school stuff. But with my daughter, it's been really beautiful to see her just come alive. Like, she has such a thirst for learning and reading and knowing new things. And it's just so cool to go on that adventure with her. So to start, we got this app called reading.com, I believe. I'll put screenshots here for you guys to see. And this app was actually amazing. It was recommended to me from another YouTuber. I'll link her down below as well. But she basically said, like, to teach your kid to read, either do 100 lessons for teaching your child to read. What's that book? You know that book I'm talking about. I'll put it here as well. Or use this app, reading.com. So I got the book from the library, started using that, and then really fell in love with the app. I kind of did them both simultaneously to see which one we enjoyed more. And my daughter loved the app. It was so cool. It is an incredible platform to teaching them how to read. So I basically sat down with her for 5 to 10 minutes, 5 minutes probably at the most actually, and we just did a lesson a day for probably consecutively a few months, and she just started reading. It was the coolest thing, again, to like see this from the start. Not that someone else was teaching my child to read, not that someone else was having this experience with her, but that I was a part of her learning to read every single day, sitting with her and doing this. And so it was just so special and cool to see her come alive with this reading program. So I can't recommend this app enough. I loved it so much. We still use it. She's pretty far into the lessons. I'm not sure how many more we have left. But again, I'm not someone that's always thinking we have to get through the lessons, we have to do this. I'm very much fluid in terms of sure, if we don't do that reading lesson today, that's totally fine. We're going to be doing other stuff, and I'll read books and we'll read aloud and you'll read to me. And this is all school. This is us growing together and learning together. And it's a very organic experience, I feel like, especially in kinder, because she's just learning so much by our daily lives. Our kind of main curriculum that we're using is The Good and the Beautiful Level K. And I absolutely love The Good and the Beautiful. I've raved about them in other curriculum shares, but I especially love Level K. I think they shine in Level K. So it's mostly language arts. They do sprinkle in a little bit of art and geography into their books, as they do with all of their language arts curriculum. But the language arts in The Good and the Beautiful has coincided pretty well with what we were going through in the Reading.com app. So it's been really cool to continue to reinforce the things that we did on the app. We've just really enjoyed the variety in The Good and the Beautiful curriculum. It's been fun. She's excited to do a new lesson or to do a new game or something like that. So that's been really nice. Some days she's like, I don't want to do this at all. And I get it. Some days you just don't want to do it, but let's just get through this one page and we'll get through it together. What's really great about The Good and the Beautiful is that they also have these kind of extras that are all part of the Level K curriculum. So they have reading booster cards, which we've really loved to just reinforce again, do a lot of reinforcing, learning new things with these booster cards. And every time she completes a page, she gets to put a new sticker onto that page, which is fun to feel like a sense of accomplishment every day. They also come with little readers. So it's just these little booklets that are really sweet, super fun for her to just read, and it's simply done. And again, just reinforcing these concepts that she's learning in the Level K lessons. I also got my first reader from The Good and the Beautiful, which I really love. It's goes through different countries in Africa, which is really cool. Being able to talk to her about a different continent and where they are and what these kids are doing. It's been really cool to have this little reader just as an extra on top of the regular curriculum, the booster cards, and the reading booklets. This little My First Reader has been really sweet. The other thing that I really love about The Good and the Beautiful in general is like checking things off. I think it's really fun for her to feel like I completed a page every single day and I check it off, and it's a sense of accomplishment in closing that book and knowing that you did it for that day. Like you did that, you did the lesson, even if you didn't want to, or even if you weren't feeling it, you got through it and you did it and you're amazing. 2 thumbs up for The Good and the Beautiful Level K. I recommend it. Love it a lot. So that's our main curriculum that we're using for language arts for kindergarten. I also got Explode the Code because so many of you rave about Explode the Code, and I've enjoyed it. She likes it okay. I don't know if I'm just not consistent enough with her with Explode the Code, but it's been fine. I don't think it's necessary on top of The Good and the Beautiful. I think The Good and the Beautiful is really great as it is. But it's just been nice to say like, okay, yeah, if we're not going to be doing The Good and the Beautiful, let's just do a page or 2 of Explode the Code. Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing Explode the Code incorrectly. I don't know if I just don't get it, but it's been fine. Again, it's just fun. I want to love it as much as you guys love it. Help me. So I got a sweet little handwriting book. It's called A Reason for Handwriting. It seems like this is a whole company called A Reason For. I had never heard of it before, but I think someone on YouTube shared about it and I was like, what? This curriculum looks so sweet. It's kind of perfect for handwriting. I wanted to have a good mixture of really good practice as well as eventually getting into scripture and having her copy work scripture basically, or concepts about the Lord. So I've used Catholic ones in the past. I didn't love the Catholic ones that I saw for this age range. So I got A Reason for Handwriting and it's really great. It's just, again, it's been very simple. I want to just focus on practicing our letters and eventually we'll copy some scripture, which is great. And then for math, we are using Christian Light Education and I got level 1. They do not have a level K, I believe. Their level K curriculum, I think, is just language arts. For a long time, I researched what math do I get? And I tried a couple of different ones, but we've landed on Christian Light Education. I don't love it, but I don't know that I would ever love a kindergarten or level 1 math. simply because I'm not great at manipulatives and at helping a child with math. I fell in love actually with Abeka when my third daughter started homeschooling. She had done kindergarten in school, and then we did level 1. I believe actually we went to level 2 of math in Abeka, and I really loved it for her. But for some reason, I feel like I need to have like these foundational things. So I need to start at level 1 in Christian Light Education and use this teacher's guide. But I'm really struggling to connect with the teacher's guide, which again is surprising to me because I love everything Christian Light Education in terms of their math. So anyway, I'm still kind of struggling with math. I did try Math with Confidence, and that was not the greatest for me either. Again, just like kind of teacher intensive, and I don't want to sound like a lazy mom. I feel like sometimes I do sound like that when I'm doing these videos because it's hard on me when it's so teacher intensive. But I know obviously kindergarten, like you're doing foundational work, so it is going to be teacher intensive at times, I guess. I don't know, you guys. Who put me in charge here? Lord, what are you doing? So anyway, if you have a good math recommendation, I would love it. Should I go and try Abeka again? I did have a really good experience with it. It was colorful, it was fun. Maybe I'll try it again with my kindergartner. I just don't know. But currently we're using Christian Light Education. Long story short. So those are kind of my 3 R's that I'm focusing on for my kindergartner. I hope that that is helpful to you at all. Just want to give another 2 thumbs up for The Good and the Beautiful. I'll give a thumbs up for Explode the Code. And then I'm struggling with math. But the Lord's in charge. He will guide my steps, and we'll get this figured out. Basically, what I'm doing with my kindergartner is a whole lot of read alouds and a whole lot of her picking books at the library, and she reads them. I want to foster in her a love of reading. I think children who are voracious readers can do anything in life. I truly believe that. You have such a beautiful foundation if you love to read. And so I just want to instill that in her and crawl up with a good book and read. Do lots of reading and more reading. Well, thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys next time. Bye.